Welcome to the Peew.
Peew.
And where I'm gonna tell
Michael's
you.
been Googling.
Yeah, I Google it. Michael goes to Googling. Hey, Michael goes. Okay. We.
There's a word for Michael's very medium rare condition.
Echolalia.
That's like eco with lalia.
Yeah.
So
will they grow out of it?
Is it eco or echo?
Echolalia. Yeah. Will they grow out of it? Worried about your child? Okay, so
well, first of all, we must explain what
Echolalia is defined as the unsolicited repetition of vocalizations made by other people. I would say I have that. Unsolicited repetition of vocalizations made by other people.
Okay, for example.
Okay, health conditions. Okay, well, health conditions related to this: autism, psychosis, a mental disorder characterized as a disconnection from reality, Tourette syndrome, so schizophrenia, Fragile X syndrome. What's that? A generic condition causing intellectual disability. Symptoms may include nonsense word repetition, speech impairment, learning disability. Very rare. So, individual cases may vary. Consult a doctor for medical advice. So, I have a combination of Fragile X syndrome.
Fragile ecstasy?
I've
had that. I recently had that.
These are related. Schizophrenia, a disorder that affects a person's ability to think, feel, and behave clearly. Do I have that?
Schizophrenia?
Yeah. I mean, I
wouldn't say that you have schizophrenia, but you definitely have a form of Tourette's.
Well, no, I was going to say Tourette's, a nervous system disorder involving repetitive movements or unwanted sounds. It's not like involuntary.
No, it isn't. It's more like
it's more voluntary.
Unsolicited.
Yeah, unsolicited. Okay, and then psychosis, a mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality. I think I have that.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have that.
Symptoms may include nonsense word repetition,
which you do,
thought disorder, and disorganized behavior. That's me.
Yes.
To a T.
If you were to walk around this apartment, you would see how disorganized it is. Well, actually, there's some kind of order to it, but there's some order in the disorder, but mostly it looks disorderly.
Now, autism, a serious developmental disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and interact. Symptoms may include nonsense word repetition, inappropriate social interactions, and poor eye contact. I don't know about that, but the first two I have. So yeah, that's interesting. Echolalia, meaningless repetition of another person's spoken words as a symptom of a psychiatric disorder. Repetition of speech by a child learning to talk. Translation from German. Oh, it's Greek in origin.
Right, because Echo is, that one of those Greek mythological characters.
I wonder who back then, like Nero, maybe made it.
And Lalia is speaking in Greek.
Yeah, echo plus speech, yeah.
So echo is repetition and lalia is speaking. Repetitive speaking.
Here's the graph of the use of echolalia over time. It came about in like the 1870s, and it peaked in 1980.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, that was your prime time. Was your prime time.
I certainly have that.
So
what's this? Yes. So that's interesting.
Why were we talking about echolalia?
Will they grow out of it?
Probably not.
Oh, early intervention. The early intervention program helps young children who are not learning, playing, growing, talking, or walking like other children their age. The program works with a meaningful goal.
Well, did you have this when you were young?
I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you were singing nonsense words repeatedly when you were in elementary school?
That's what I started.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't seem to disable your ability to
manipulate people.
Learn,
but
you got good grades in school, didn't you?
I did, but every single teacher in every class, in all through elementary school, wrote on my report card a little side note. Michael needs to, calm down and not, jump on people's tables and like pull people's clothes off and like, whatever. All these inappropriate things. Michael needs to pay more attention. Michael needs to stop being a clown. Michael, that kind of thing. So that would all kind of go with this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got. And there's no cure. It's helpful. Prognosis negative.
Apparently not.
And when we come back from the break, maybe we'll talk about what Ernie's got.
Okay. Dr. Alig will diagnose me.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back to the Peew.
The Peew.
Where we were discussing during the break what Ernie's medical condition is. And what do you think, Ernie?
Well, one, I don't have a medical condition, and two, I don't have a psychological condition.
So you're delusional. You've got major delusion disorder. Delusion order.
Well, delusions are part of schizophrenia.
Let's see, delusional disorder.
See, I don't feel that there's anything psychologically wrong with me. I'm a pretty normal person.
Uh-huh.
For example, I've never had any problem in school. I never had a problem adjusting socially in groups. I never had a problem maintaining employment.
Delusional disorder.
I adapt.
Signs of delusional disorder.
Well, what are they?
Well, I'm getting to them.
I don't believe I exhibit any signs.
That's a sign of delusional disorder. Not believing that you have delusional disorder. That's the first sign, I'm sure. The bar is not moving. Oh, here it goes. Signs of delusional disorder. Walking the dog.
Okay, well, I don't have a dog and I don't walk.
Oh, that's an ad. Interrupted by urgent bathroom trips. Okay.
That I have.
It could be a common condition all over everyone. Okay. Turmeric and inflammation. Wait a minute.
Turmeric.
This is an ad for. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything. There's nothing wrong with me.
Excessive compulsive dehydration.
I mean, some might argue that I'm a slight attention whore, and some might say that I have an unhealthy craving for attention.
Some would say that.
But I don't believe that I do.
That's where the delusion comes in, and I'm trying to find it right now.
I think my manipulation of public attention has been perfectly normal. I just did it for fun. It's manipulation.
It's not.
I wasn't crazy, nor did I have this psychological need to have all this attention on me. The fact that I got the attention and that I was able to attract the attention doesn't mean that I have a mental disorder. It just means
the fact that you think you attracted the attention.
It just means that I was able to, select the right clothes and makeup in order to get the attention.
Oh boy, how deep is this delusional disorder?
It's not a delusional disorder.
Let's see. How come it's...
I was just very good at manipulating people's attention and bringing it on me. That's not a mental disorder. If anything,
here. Psychiatric and psychotherapy get well across... Oh.
He's never going to find it because there is no disorder.
It's giving me bipolar disorder when I type in delusional disorder.
Well, because bipolar is delusions. And I think bipolar is the politically correct term for schizophrenia at this point.
No, bipolar is manic depressive. But...
Is it? Well, is it different from... Well, schizophrenia to me is you're having delusions and you're hearing hallucinations or seeing hallucinations.
Yes, exactly.
So bipolar is manic depressive?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not that. If anything, I'm always pretty happy.
What's spina bifida?
That's the curvature of the spine.
Okay, well that's like this, right?
Well, I'm generally a very happy person. Michael lived with me for a year and a half. I mean, did you ever see me depressed?
Only once.
All right. Well, I
When
rarely.
you were coming out of speed.
Well, I may have just been sleepy.
Yeah, it's like it's possible. Oh, you know what? I clicked on the ad. That's why. That's fine.
Well, I don't have anything, and there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Define major depression, signs of depression.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Depression disorder. Delusional signs from interventions for delusional disorder. Delusional disorder DSM-5. Delusional jealousy disorder.
Well, I definitely.
I know people who have that.
It's not me.
Delusional disorder jealous type. Delusional disorder types of delusions. Here we go.
Well, if Michael ever figures it out, we'll discuss it in a future episode. But I think that.
Okay, delusional disorder, previously called paranoid disorder, is a type of serious mental illness called psychotic disorder. People who have it can't tell what's real and what is imagined. Delusions
sure
are
I
the
know
main
what's real.
symptom of delusional disorder. Their unshakable belief in something that isn't true or based on reality. But that doesn't mean they're completely unrealistic. Delusional disorder involves delusions that aren't bizarre, having to do with situations that could happen in real life, like being followed, poisoned, deceived, conspired against, or loved from a distance. These delusions usually involve mistaken perceptions or experiences, but in reality, the situations are either not true or at all, or are highly exaggerated. That is to a T. A bizarre delusion, by contrast, bizarre delusional disorder, by contrast, is something that could never happen in real life, such as being cloned by aliens. Well, who says that could never happen in real life? or having your own thoughts broadcast on TV. That's it. That would make us delusional. A person who has such thoughts might be considered delusional with bizarre type delusions. That's right.
Got that? So
People with delusional disorder can often continue to socialize and function normally, apart from the subject of their delusion, and generally do not behave in an obviously odd or bizarre manner. This is unlike people with other psychotic disorders who also might have delusions as a symptom of their disorder. But in some cases, people with delusional disorder might become so preoccupied with their delusions that their lives are disrupted. So that's you. And there now
I think I will let the pure
now
society.
you have Ernie in a nutshell.
See you next time.
Bye.